when to give advice and when to listen to advice. Sometimes you shouldn't give advice because you're going to waste your time or step out of your lane, get obliterated. Or sometimes you shouldn't listen to advice because you're going to get bad advice. And sometimes you get conflicting advice. So who should you listen to? Welcome in, fam. Much love, Trev. Your lessons for young men especially. I've gotten a lot better at this. When I was younger, I would definitely give advice on things I didn't know anything about. And there's a lot of things wrong with this, and I see this on the internet. And on the flip side, if I'm giving you advice or people are giving advice on things they don't know about, you need to not be able to identify when to not listen. And when to listen, it's not about being stubborn and being above getting advice, but you should be particular about where it comes from and seek it out. So first of all, this is a common thing to do when you're a young man. It's like you're in your early 20s or in your late teens, and you got a lot of opinions about things. You like to talk. You have theories about the world. You think you've got a lot figured out. And then you start to talk political philosophy or tell people, here's how you be successful, or here's what you should do. And it's like, hold up. You should really only give advice if you're coming from a place of expertise. You should really only give advice if you know exactly what it is that you're talking about. So I would give advice on a lot of things. But it's why I have a video of what it's like to live in Seattle, a video of what it's like to live in Hawaii. I don't have a video of what it's like to live in New York because I don't live in New York, right? I don't talk about a lot of things because I don't know about them. What I do know, I try to share with you and also give you some background. It's like when I talk about business, I don't know how to make $1 million, but I know how to make $200,000 while traveling around the world working in your part-time, right? And you can check to verify that. I'm teaching you, things that I know. I try to teach things that I know. How to sleep good, how I grew an inch taller, things I'm learning on the farm, life lessons through experience. If you want, you can do this though. You can teach things you don't know if you cite your source and you're like, well, I don't know, but I watched a video with Gary Vaynerchuk and he said this is what he said about his brand, your brand. But keep in mind, I don't know, but that's what he said, right? So I think that's a good thing to do. And I think the world would just be a lot easier for people to grow up and get better advice if we stopped giving advice on things we didn't know shit about. And I see it commonly. Like what sparked this is I had a video that said on a question, someone asked, how do I monetize my YouTube channel, basically. So I had my video, like, how do I monetize my YouTube video? I can definitely do a better job, and I definitely look at what top YouTubers are doing, and I take it into consideration. But at the same time, it's like, I do have, across my channels, 30,000 subscribers. I do have cash profitable business in the back end. But then I worded the video title like, here's, how to grow YouTube. Should I spend Facebook ads? Because those are the questions we were discussing. And I had a couple people jump in. He said, here's what you should do. And then I clicked on their videos and they had no views and they had no business. It's like, well, I can't listen to you. What you're saying is, and here's the second part, who to listen to. Because Tai Lopez says you should be a perfectionist about things that matter, like your business and your content, and it's okay to film it from your phone. You don't need to be a perfectionist about your microphone and your professional setting and lighting. You can just walk around the farm. And then you have someone else who says, no, you have to invest in a green screen behind you, and you have to, like, what's the tiebreaker? Who do you go with? Well, the tiebreaker, who do you listen to? You listen to people who are doing the thing that you want to do better, okay? And only that. So it used to be, I've taken advice from the wrong people too, where it's like, well, like my friend Jeff is really smart, so I value his opinion on what he has to say about this thing. Okay, well, Jeff is smart, but he has no experience in this particular subject, so why ask him, right? And he shouldn't even give advice on that, right? So, always check your sources, vet your sources. If someone's telling you, here's how to make money online, it's like, check that they're doing that, what they're trying to teach. Or if someone's saying, here's how to be successful, check that they've had that kind of success that they're talking about. If someone's like, and it comes down to specific things. Most of what I've spent my time teaching is competitive strategy games, Magic the Gathering, and teaching others how to coach players on that. It's like I mostly stay in that lane. You wouldn't, I see people sometimes like, all right, well, I want to become a Magic the Gathering coach, or I want to start coaching. Like, well, are you one of the top in the world at it? No, then you shouldn't do it, and why should anyone listen to you either, right? You don't have to be the top in the world, but you need to be finding some success to teach it, and for people to want to listen to you. They don't have to be the top in the world, right? And I think a reason to listen to me is like people are successful in different ways, right? Like I said, if you want to learn how to make millions, go to someone else. But if you want to find out how to have an awesome lifestyle living on organic farms while making a bunch of money in your part-time through side hustle businesses, it's like, listen, and I can teach on that. So you always want to vet your sources. You always want to because that people are giving advice when they have no personal experience and they're not citing sources. So you always want to try to background check. And again, an important thing isn't to be like, well, you don't know, so I'm not going to listen to anyone. Well, you do want to seek out people who are doing a better job. Like, I'm not making the millions, but I'm reading a lot of books on how to make the millions, because I'm open to the advice of that, right? I don't have 100,000, 1 million YouTube subscribers, but I am listening to what those people are saying and taking that into consideration, right? I do have those people in my circle. So you want to search and fill your circle with successful people who are successful at the particular things you want to be. It's like, there's a long list of things that I would never teach because I don't know. And you want to find people for things who are successful at those particular things. So that said, if you can't find them in person, you can find them through the internet, obviously. I imagine our relationship is through the internet. Some of y'all might know me in person, but read books. Don't listen to scrubs. Don't be a scrub spouting off advice. You shouldn't be. I made that mistake plenty of times. I'm a lot better about it now. That's all. That's the too long didn't listen version. But listen to that, the short version. So thank you, appreciate you. Go do some. Look at all this green grass right now. Pretty nice, huh? Send the sheep in here. So talk to you soon, appreciate you, and look forward to hearing what you have to say. Peace.